right, so I had my first good week, I guess we'll say. I'll put it up right now. 8-8. This is my first time being 500, and I guess I'm breaking even now. So I gotta start winning. I picked the Rams, but the Rams look terrible. Did Aaron Donald have a sack last night? I don't even know if Aaron Donald had a sack last night. I mean, it was basically San Francisco was literally in control of this game like the whole 60 minutes. There was nothing the Rams could do at all. Our offense looked bad. The defense got run over by I don't think this is their running back number 1. I think he's hurt. And so I don't know if it's a running back 2 or 3. But he ran all over them, and he had like one of them had like a 40-yard touchdown on the ground. Debo just killed the secondary in this game. So I mean, we're starting on the Monday game, but I did not expect that. I thought the Rams, would do good, but the Niners look like they're starting to get, back to where they were last year. It only took a couple weeks because obviously they went from, Trey Lance to Jimmy. And Jimmy was not expected to play, but I thought it should have only taken him like a week because he's been in the offense for how many years now? Like, come on, man. But they finally look better. So, going back up, we'll start on Thursday. I'm not really going to touch on this game because of the Tua injury. I do think Miami would have won if Tua didn't get hurt. Obviously, I put up 2 videos already. I think there's more information that's slowly trickling out. I'll probably wait. I might wait till end of this week, and we'll see how much more information comes out. I think there is lawsuits or something happening behind the scenes. But again, I want to make sure I get that information right. So this again, it didn't really feel like a football game, and I kind of touched on this on my video last Friday. Once Tua went down, the whole mood of the game kind of changed. So Minnesota, New Orleans. What a thriller. And it ended on a double doink. Of course it did. Of course it ends on a double doink. I was so close to being 7-9 because Will Lutz hit the left crossbar, hit the center crossbar, and it bounced out and not in. So I am that close to being 7-9. So thank you for your incompetence, ball. And yeah, I got the London game right. Hopefully I can go and start getting on a streak of international games, because right now internationally I'm 1-0 this year. So hopefully next week I can do well and go 2-0. Cleveland, Atlanta. Cleveland lost this game, I believe. I should really pull out some of these games. I don't really remember because I didn't really pay too much attention to. But I believe Cleveland lost this game. So I don't really have a lot of thoughts on it because I didn't really watch it. I didn't really care. Buffalo, Baltimore. Hang on. Yes, they lost by a field goal. Yes, okay. Buffalo, Baltimore. This just proved Lamar Jackson's not MVP. I had him as my MVP last week. I thought he would be last week. And I talked about it. I said, he's my front runner right now. You put up a goose egg in the second half. You put up 20 points in the first half. You look like you're going to run away with this game, absolutely destroy the Bills. And then you do nothing at all in the second half. Now, we can talk about the stupid decision of going for it on 4th down instead of taking, a Justin Tucker kick, which is it's basically automatic. No matter what, he's basically going to get the kick if you're in field goal range, no matter what. So, dumb decision. But I think the Bills would have scored a touchdown anyway. So I got that one right. Washington, Dallas, not much to talk about here. Cooper Rush is undefeated this year as a starter. So his streak continues. Seattle, Detroit. What is up every time? Okay, hang on. Let me pull up. What was the score? 48-45. Why do these two teams always go up, nearly 100 points in total? How does that always happen? How? I don't... They did this 2 years ago. I believe they did it before this. It's just, I don't know what recent history has done, but these are always, you can always bet on they're like being 80 plus, 90 plus points. Last time, 2 years ago, I believe there was like 105 or something like that. This year, what is it? It's, what is it, 93? I think it's 93 points. 48, 45 is 93, I believe. I don't know why these are always high scoring games. So if whatever you see, if you're a betting man, whatever you see, if you always see over under for points, always pick the the over when it's Seattle Detroit. Never pick the under. I don't know why in recent history they're just putting up a million points, but they always do. Chargers Houston, not much to talk about there. Chargers won, I believe. Yes. Yeah, they almost let them come back. I picked Indy. Tennessee put up 24 again and then stalled out again. And Indy was able to, only get 17 on the board. Philly, game of the week. This was a really fun game. It started out 14-0 Jacksonville. And then Philly clawed their way back and only won by 8 points. It was 29-21. That was a really interesting game. And I still think the Jags are still a contender right now. A playoff contender. Not a Super Bowl contender, but a playoff contender. I still think they're probably going to win the division right now. Jets beat Pittsburgh, so I got that one wrong. Zach Wilson came back and just, let them on a drive, a game-winning drive. They won 24-20. Arizona, Carolina. Carolina was up like 14. I forget. Hang on, I can pull up the halftime score. Let me look at the halftime score for this game. It was so weird. What was it? Yeah, okay, so it was 10-10 going into the fourth quarter. It was 10-3 at half. So, Carolina was in this game until the fourth quarter, and then they only put up 6 points in the fourth quarter. Arizona obviously put up 16. So, Carolina just can't finish now. Green Bay, New England, I already did my thoughts on that. Green Bay barely squeaked by. Denver, Las Vegas. Russell Wilson apparently got hurt. It came out today that he's apparently hurt now, so he's probably going to be injured playing the Colts on Thursday, which is 2 days from now. And I guess he got hurt during this game. And the Raiders, I mean, yeah, I don't know what to say. The Raiders just were there. Kansas City beat up on Tampa. 41-31 was the final score. This game was nowhere in reach. It was like 28 to 17 or something like that. Was that halftime or something? I forget what it was at halftime. Yeah, I was right. 28-17 at halftime. And then the Chiefs just went up 10 in the third and 3 in the seventh. 3 in the fourth. And then Bucks only put up 7 in each of the third and fourth quarters. So, I mean, this game was essentially over by halftime. And then again, we already talked about the Rams game. So, for the season, 27-36-1. So, I am nowhere closer to breaking 500 in my total. Stick around for tomorrow. We will go over all of my games for week 5. We're already 5 weeks into the season, which is crazy. And here's the hope that I can start out 1-0 on Thursday. I have not decided who I want to pick yet for that game. And then hopefully I can go. I want 10-6. I want 10-6 next week. I'm really gonna try for 10-6. It's just I can't predict this. How are you supposed to predict Jets and Pittsburgh? How are you supposed to predict two terrible teams? How are you supposed to predict Cleveland and Atlanta? I don't know how to predict these games. Seattle, Detroit. It's so hard to predict. It's a lot of teams that just are mid and not good facing each other, and it's like, okay, well, they both can win, so it's just coin flip. Oh, okay, there we go, and that's who I'm picking. It's so hard to decide these games, and that's why I've had a bad year so far, because I try to do research, I try to watch all the games, and I go more so off of the previous week, how they looked the previous week versus overall the whole season, because the Packers are a different team week 1 than they are week 4. Raiders won last week. They lost the first 3 weeks. So, people put up stats in this week, didn't put up stats in week 1. Justin Jefferson, week 1, very good. Disappeared since then. He popped back up in the fourth quarter against New Orleans this past week. So, it's hard to predict this stuff. So I'm hoping for like a 10-6 record, something like that for next week. So or 10-7, I think, whatever. Whatever it is. 10-6. For now, though, like the video, share the video around, don't forget to subscribe. I think, do we start buys next week? Whatever, week 6, maybe 5, 6, or 7, whatever. We have buys coming up. So, yeah, that all starts soon. So I'm out of here. Peace.